Hello, Filo. Could you please give an introduction about yourself?
Hello, hello. My name is Filip Trajkovic. I come from the name of Serbia. I'm 22 years old, and I've been a part of the real world since November 2022.
So, coming up to 2 years, very soon.
Yes.
And in those 2 years, what did you get into? If we were to go chronological order from when you joined until now, how has your journey been?
So we began in November with copywriting until February. I didn't have much results there, simply because my mindset, my work ethic wasn't on the level that it demanded, and I thought I can get fast money in. But I briefly understood, and I joined the marketing campus in February. And then from May till November, I've generated around $20,000 there. From November, I've actually launched my own company for short form marketing, and until now, which is September, we generated around 60K.
Okay, congratulations. At
Thank you.
22 years old. So, the
Yes,
60K was separate from the 20K, or is that everything included?
that was separate. So in total, from joining, it was around $80,000 generated.
Right. So, 22 years old from Serbia, by the way, where I think I remember a previous Serbian interview. What's the average wage there? Like 800 euros a month, something like that, or
Yeah,
1,000?
around that number, 700, 800.
Yeah. And there you are. And you made in how many months was the 80,000 then?
Well, 80,000, let's calculate from May till September now, it's around 1 year and 4 months, around that.
Okay. And that's learning a new skill, which is now actually scaling exponentially, which we can get
Yes.
to now. So with the short form marketing agency, how did that actually begin?
So I had a couple of guys from the marketing side that joined me. They're all from Serbia, and we basically sat down one day and we said, "We have a skill. It's very profitable, and it's not on the market yet. Let's capitalize on that." And it's built on brotherhood and trust, and not on actually boss to worker. That's the key component of my business. Basically, that's the secret, and I revealed it just now. And with that, we landed a couple of clients. A couple of clients weren't really happy with the just the approach that we had, because it's even too much for some, because it's very very good, and it's even too good to be true. Because what we approach with, you will get millions of views, yes, but in my eyes and the eyes of my team, it's also potential customers. And that's the difference between everybody else and a brief few people who actually can deliver both views and sales. That's what my company generates, both. And that's what
Mhm.
actually was the key component and the cutting edge for us to get in the market and just start dominating.
So if we were to talk about the very first client you landed, how did you go about that?
Well, I was actually recommended to the first client. I didn't land the first one, I landed the second one. But the first one, there was a friend from the previous successes, let's say like that, and he recommended me to the client, and we started working together with that. It was a very successful project. And from there, I also learned how to outreach, how to communicate with the clients, and the delivery of the results was there. So, and we over
Mhm.
delivered, as the real world teaches, always over deliver. So yeah.
What gives you the confidence to know that you will actually be able to perform what you say you will achieve?
The number one thing is mindset and the work ethic. I see people around in my industry and also in other industries, and from the place that we both come, it's actually the difference is the mindset. With the skills, yes, but it's smart work plus hard work, and we work hard. That's the key
Mhm.
component, I would say.
Okay. And then since this began in the real world, did you actually have any editing experience prior to joining, or was it completely new to you when you began?
No, no. I wanted to
Zero.
to actually start editing, but
Mhm.
I didn't have the mindset to actually begin and continue to work, so I didn't even start editing.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I wanted to start editing in the past
Mhm.
before joining the real
Ah,
world,
okay, okay. Got it.
but I
Got it.
didn't
Got
have
it.
the mindset to actually start because I thought I was gonna quit. Now it's a different whole position. Now I know if I start something, I'll finish it in the best way I can.
Mhm. And what was the biggest contributor within the real world to that mindset shift?
Well, it's been days of no progress and then a day of big progress. And I understood at that point that success doesn't come one day after another. It's a lot of days of hard work and no results, and then a day of big results. And that's what taught me, okay, this is how actually systematically you get to the next level. You need to show the universe, you need to show yourself, you need to show your character that you are actually accepted to that next level. And that was with me and with my teammates. If I wasn't on the level I am right now, and I also learned a lot about team management inside of the real world, that also helped me to go to the next level, so I can not only get money in but also scale my business because of my team.
Hmm.
Now my actually my my biggest work is knowing what somebody else will do and not what I will do.
So you mean managing?
Yes, delegating
Okay.
tasks,
Yep,
landing
yep.
clients, and all of that.
How big is your agency now? How much have you scaled up?
You mean how many team members I have? How many
Yeah,
clients?
team members.
Team
Let's
members
start with
are
team
right
members.
now. Sorry,
Let's start with team members, and then let me know
team
clients
members. We
after.
have right now 8 editors, and me as the marketer and the guy who actually manages everything. And also, I have a business partner who's taking care of all of the analytical sides. Let's call it like that. Like
Hmm.
if we actually land a client, he's gonna contribute to the communication, and the rest of the guys, which is 8 editors, they are about editing.
All right. How is the marketing? What can you reveal for what you're doing for sales and marketing for your company?
Well, it's a pretty simple two-step process. First, we analyze your brand and we analyze your strengths and weaknesses, how we can work on weaknesses and how we can amplify the strengths. After that, we focus on those both and deliver to the audience that you want. Is it one niche, multiple niches, doesn't matter. It comes mainly from short form marketing, but we can also do long form as well. But we focus on short form mostly, and that's where we generated. I had a channel go in 3 months, it gained 100K subs. So that's a big testimonial right there. And after that, when we actually get the audience in the niche that you wanted, if you have a product, we can sell for short form, for long form, through there's a bunch of features on different platforms, and we know all of them, but we focus mainly on YouTube because even though people think there's the least amount of money on YouTube, I've proven the opposite. We're actually have generated a lot of money on YouTube when it comes to sales.
Okay, so does the client already have a product they're selling, and then you come in and put eyeballs on that product? Is that the basis?
Yes, and also script writing the actual promos. We also deliver that as a service, but it also depends on what package they get because we have 3 different packages. That's how
Mhm.
I package the entire thing of the company.
Okay, fair. And what was your process for actually learning video editing yourself then? Since previously you said you didn't actually have any experience with it.
Right. So first I joined the marketing campus. There I spent from February till November, where I was editing only short form. I edited around 3 to 6 clips a day, where I was just going through the process, the feedback process every single day. Then I missed a couple of days, and then I understood that's where the secret is to actually getting to the success. And from uh, from February till May, I made no progress when it comes to actual money, but I've gained millions and millions of views. But it was actually learning both marketing and selling that made the biggest change, and that's within the real world, which I've learned because after that I've scaled it up. But in November I saw a gap in the market when it comes to short form, especially on YouTube, and I said, this is what we're gonna do, me and both my team. And we transferred there. We sharpened our skills very much. On YouTube we actually get copied by some of the big brands, not the biggest but the big brands, when it comes to our style, which is very fast paced engagement, non-stop, just bombarded with energy, which is what
Mhm.
sells a lot of emotion, as you know.
All
So
right,
that's, yeah,
super
that's
cool.
the secret that we have.
Then the purpose of my question, I'll rephrase a bit. Let's say someone is currently learning a skill and they're not sure, is this really going to lead somewhere? Am I really going to get results from this? I don't know if you had similar questions during that period that you would, as you said, were doing your feedback process. But if you were, what, yeah, okay. What I'm trying to ask is, what kind of thought process did you actually have during that phase of no income but learning the skill?
Okay, so every single day I asked myself, is this the thing or is it something else? So every single day I had doubts, especially because the business that I was in, you either make money or you don't. There's no in the middle. And you need to enter a fight when it comes to selling every single day. So every single day you need to be there and to give 100% of yourself. So that's the first thing. And I was missing a couple of days, as I briefly said before. And it was those days that I understood you need to be not only smart, not only be talented, but be disciplined and have consistency. The last two things are actually what success is about. The first two things, they're just flashy words, but talent, it doesn't work in this day and age. It's what you can do consistently. And I understood that with video editing because, look, making 3 shorts a day right now, it's easy because I have it on autopilot. But that autopilot doesn't mean that you make 3 clips a day on autopilot every single day. No, that's not the case. You need to go through so many feedback loops that actually that process, that muscle that builds up and strengthens in your mind, comes into autopilot. Then you can actually find really big success. But that's after days and days and months of discipline, and that's what actually changed my whole life, not just money side of the things. Discipline really changes your life in such a better way, and that's what the real world teaches. I've actually heard something that's I want to say it here. Even a medical student or a fitness guy or whoever, if he joins this platform, he will start to dominate in their field, even though it's not one of the money methods that we teach inside. Because
Mhm.
it's a lifestyle. It's not just making money, it's a lifestyle that's inside.
Yeah, yeah. Especially Heroes Year. I'm guessing you're in it.
Yes, I
Luke's
am.
Heroes Year. Yeah. So the lessons he sends every day there are quite life changing over time as you continue to listen to them. I think he's been doing it for 8 months now. I don't know how up to date you are with them, but yeah,
I
I've
listen to
heard a
them every
lot
single
of
day.
people. Pardon? Every single day. There you go.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've heard from multiple people now just how much it's changed their life. Okay, then I remember I had something to ask, but I forgot. So let's move on to if you were to give an idea of what your average day looks like now compared to before you joined the real world, what is there as a comparison?
So do you want me to tell you also the day before joining or just after
Yeah,
joining?
yeah, yeah, both. So how it looked like before and what it looks like now.
Right. Well, before it's really boring, I'll tell you that much. Before it was much consumer minded. I was in college, so that's I still had some activities, and I also in the past I still wanted to find some kind of success, but I didn't have the discipline and the even mindset I would say that I have now. So I listened to a couple of influencers, but there weren't on the level that I needed. They were all about mindset, 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 but in a flashy way. And when I joined this platform, the real world, it was actually mindset in a way that you can implement it. And not only that, you have to implement it or you will find no results. Now, with that, I also started training before, but again, we didn't have the fitness campus before. Now we do, and I know what I need to do. So that's also changed, and my mindset on fitness and how I should treat my physical reality, let's call it, it's completely
Mhm.
different. This is the only body I have, and I need to manage it to the fullest of my capabilities. Now, before I missed a couple of days of training and this and that. Now I ate processed foods every single day. Before, I was spending a lot of time on my phone and not making any money. Like, I still spend time on my phone, I'm addicted to it. But before, I was addicted to TikTok and all that stuff. Now I'm addicted to making money. So I think this addiction is much better than the previous one. Then I didn't spend a lot of time being positive to people. That's also something that I started doing. Every single interaction I have, this is also what comes from the real world. It needs to be positive. Like we talking right now. It's only positivity, no negative stuff. In the past, I was stealing energy from people. Now I only give them. And I don't know if it's karmic retribution or something else, but it changed my whole life, that as well. And on top of that, I tried to study for college, but I wasn't nearly as successful as I am now because, again, discipline. I was on my phone, then back to learning, back to phone, back to learning. I get distracted. I go outside with some friends that do nothing in life or in clubs. All in all, it was most of my day was a waste of time before. Now after joining, it's a completely different story. Right now, what I'm doing is I wake up around 6 a.m. I go straight to the sun, so I get naturally woken up, get my coffee, and sit down and enter the real world for at least an hour just to see the chats and all of that because I'm super active inside. The people who watch this and know me, they know me. And after that, I start my own clips for my clients, and in the same time, I manage my team. I manage all the checklists that we have. I systemize the entire process of my team and me, so they all have everything set out in front of them with as little difficulties as possible. They just need to work. Once I finish that, I finish my clips, I go to training, come back home, and then once I finish my stuff, then I focus on my team and my bonus work that I can do for the day. because the bonus work is what actually matters. And that's my day on repeat, on repeat, on repeat.
Hmm.
And I've seen a lot of success with this whole formula.
I to add to what you said a bit earlier, with discipline, there are so many distractions in the world. So with discipline, it's success is inevitable when channeled in the right direction. And you're clearly channeling it into all the right things. Your focus is in the right place. So yeah, it's inevitable that you're making the money that you're making now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
Then
also, I
I
would add
remember.
that,
Yep.
please, sorry.
I have something to move on to after. So finish off and
I'll just
then.
mention one more thing. In the past, I was also, let's call it, a grinder. I really want to do everything the best of my capabilities, but I only did it in the things that were easy. Now, because of discipline, I can actually implement my grind mindset with every single man that has it. Like every single man, even female, everybody has it. They all want to win in the end. That's like human evolution. It's like that. But it's discipline that actually unlocks you to go into the hard stuff and get the actual rewards from the hard stuff. Like playing a video game, easy. Getting a, like, I won't even get into this stuff, but you know what I mean. And because of discipline, which compounded exponentially, I can now enter fights which are difficult, but they also have bigger rewards, which is the best thing that's ever happened to me personally. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Okay, and then I remembered what I was previously going to say. So when you were talking about feedback loops, feedback processes, what do you actually use as an example for what you're striving? Let's say editing would be the easiest thing to reference. How do you actually improve your editing then? Because in order to improve it, you need to know what to do better. But at some point, you might come to realization that you don't actually know what to improve that. So do you take inspiration from something else, or what is the process there?
Well, there's two answers to that connect to each other. First, it's actually the community inside of the real world, because we're we have a mindset where everybody should be a winner if they work hard. So I went through feedback loops with different members of different campuses, and some of them are close friends of mine, and some of them are captains, some of them just randoms. But they've all given me good advice on my clips. This was mostly when I was a beginner. And after that, because I got the mindset of a complete killer and winner, I saw the competition, saw everything that's in front of me. I understood what they do and what I don't do. And through just training every single day when it comes to editing, I've gained the knowledge that I have right now. Now, how the actual feedback loop looks like, let's say I create a video, I posted. The thing with video editing and posting short form, especially, you get results fast. You can see all the statistics being in front of you, and then I just sit down in silence, no distractions, discipline, and I just start asking myself the basic questions. And then the answer may not come from the basic questions, but you need to start from there. And once I actually compound the questions one after another, I find some secrets that I didn't know before. Is it maybe the hook of the video? Is it maybe the overlays I use? I don't know. But for now, after the feedback loops that were so much, focusing on different parts of the video editing, because there's a couple of fundamentals. If you learn those, you're good. And then you just focus on those. And I learned them, feedback through them, and now I'm in a position I'm in.
Hmm. Okay, makes sense. Hopefully that was valuable to the listener as well. Definitely
I hope
very
so.
solid advice. Then, since you're 22, and again from Serbia, doing very well for yourself. So, what do your parents actually think of what
Oh
you've
man,
accomplished
like
so far?
for because my father is Serbian, so we that's the mentality of the people here when it comes to parents. They were both very skeptical in the beginning, right? Because this is new stuff, and of course, humans evolutionary we don't like new, but when we see it's better than before, then we want it. Right now, they're extremely proud of me. They support me fully. They understand that I'm on a path that's successful and they have nothing else to say which is negative. But this is also because I maintained myself physically and mentally. It was not just making money. Making money it's not that difficult now. But maintaining yourself being normal and doing it, that's what the real world offers, right? It's both staying the best person you can be and making money. And right now they support me as I've said and they understand that I will provide a very good life for them very soon, which I plan.
Competence in every realm of human endeavor. as
Yeah.
Tate says. Okay. Beautiful. And what plans do you have for the future then? For short term, medium term, long term? What are your goals? What are you looking to achieve? And yeah, just future plans.
So right now I'm focusing still because my foundation is there when it comes to short form, but I understand how big this business will be in 10 years from now because the attention span is getting lower and lower, and the businesses, the big ones, are now starting to adapt to it. With that being said, we also had the AI campus recently being launched, so I'm definitely getting into that very soon. And at one point, when I also get that foundation in place, which right now, because this is not my first time doing a business, it's the second time, it's going to be much faster because now I understand where the landmines are and everything. And then I'm going to actually go into the crypto campus and start investing, doing the masterclass from Adam. Who knows how important that is, and who doesn't, I recommend you join because it's really, really good. With that, I'm also building a personal brand. So I'm planning to launch a podcast soon. And since I'm a council member inside of the real world as well, I'm planning to invite them to the podcast. And it's going to be very interesting. It's going to contribute to the entire of the council, the real world, my personal brand. All in all, I think it's a positive and good move. That's coming shortly. And to actually start traveling a lot because there's a lot of cool people that I want to meet, a lot of interesting, important people. And if I'm going to be as competent, as you said, best competence in all realms, I think I deserve to meet them. And they also deserve to meet me. And that's with
Mhm.
hard work and discipline it comes. So that's the main plan. And then also it's my team managing them being the best version of themselves. Because again, I said they're not workers and boss. We're team members, and I really want the best for them as well. So we're building a foundation for them as well, so they can get out of the business if they want. If they don't want, they can stay, but they can come with me on the journeys that are ahead of me. And yeah, that's basically it when it comes to important stuff.
Super solid. All right. Hard to believe that you're 22 and you're saying all of this. But yeah, doing very well for yourself. Amazing to hear. And to wrap everything up, then, for people who are unsure about joining the real world, because they're thinking for $50, what if it's a scam? What advice would you have to them?
Well, as a Serbian who has a skeptical mindset, let's say like that, I joined, I made the jump. It's just $50 if you want to become a millionaire, successful financially. Investing $50 is not a lot, first of all. Secondly, if you don't have the capability of finding the time to actually put your effort in becoming a millionaire, you will never become one. And I'll tell you right now, the easiest shortcut there is the real one. There's no other shortcut out there. And when you join, you understand there is no shortcuts. It's just hard work, and we teach you how to work the hardest inside. That's the whole point. We teach you how to work the hardest and the easiest because we have actual millionaires teaching you every single day. And there's also me and the people that are successful also helping you every single day. So there's no way you cannot be successful if you implement just one thing, which is hard work. Because the smart is being done for you. You just need to work hard.
Yeah, very well said. And now, if people want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
Well, I have an Instagram right now which I'm building. It's Philo PCH OCAD. There will be a link in the description so you can check it out there. I will also leave my company's website if anybody's interested in what we actually do. And the best place they can find me is actually inside of the railroad because, as I said previously, I'm very active there. I love to help everybody and also to communicate, work with everybody, make some money with everybody. That's the main goal. I also had another thing till the end of the whole
Mhm.
podcast. So, I watched a lesson about family and how you should manage them and how you should approach your family. Right now, I'm not alone in my journey. My younger brother joined with me because of the mindset and everything, and which we saw with the Tate brothers and just in general, because there's multiple brothers in there, so it's a different kind of competition. And not having a brother, it is difficult, but you can find brothers inside of the platform. There's many people I found which have very good brotherhood just because of the platform, and you can actually find them. They all have the same mindset. You don't need to even you already spoken with each other without speaking, if that makes sense.
Mhm. You made the marketing agency you have now with some members from the real world, correct? From what I
Yes.
understood. So yeah, there you go. There's business opportunities, and then there's also examples of some people I've interviewed in the past, copywriters who moved in together to a mansion in Thailand. I can't remember, it was 5 or 6 of them, and they're still living together since. So yeah, you can find brothers there because it's all like-minded people, all striving to be their best. So as you
That's
say.
amazing to hear as well.
Mhm. And yeah, Philo, thank you for coming on and sharing your story. Again, amazing for 22 years old, how far you've come so far. But again, it's just the beginning. Like a
It is.
million at this point, light work. Like you'll get the. What's the plan there? I don't know if like you're aiming for it, but I'm sure you could probably get it within a few years easily, right? At this rate.
Well, somebody asked me, and when do you want to become a millionaire? And I asked them back, why do you have a limit?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's
It's
my
just like
answer
the
there.
first milestone, 1 million. So
Exactly.
yeah, fair. All right, let's do a follow up in future to see how everything's going for you. Because again, your progress looks to be exponential. So it should be insane, like documenting just how far you're going every month. Because other people they look at goals in yearly timeframes, like 5 to 10 years. But when you're actually in the mindset that you are now, months are completely life changing. Like in several months, you'll do what other people do in several years.
Oh yeah,
So yeah,
I can
insane
confirm
progress.
that myself.
So look forward to getting updates on that. And until the next one, I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Same thing here, man. Wish you all the best.